What is up and welcome back, and today I'm going to be making the breakfast dog for everybody. Now this right here is one of my go-tos, real quick and easy. We have all the ingredients ready, especially the potatoes, so let's get right into it. First thing we're going to need is peel our potato. That one's kind of big, so I'm going to cut it in half, and I'll save this piece for another occasion. I'm going to peel the potato. There we go, real easy stuff. Next thing that is going to be very key to do, I'm going to make sure that I cut this potato into small pieces. That's going to make it cook a lot faster, so we're going to do that. Going to try to make it into some squares. This right here is looking good for my liking. Then over here. Next is going to be to get the heat going. Perfect. Going to add a little bit of oil to make the process go a little bit faster. That should be good. Now I'm going to put the potatoes. My girl taught me the little trick. This little insert right here. It's a lot easier. Going to add some spices. Some pepper right here. About right. A little bit of salt. And a little bit of garlic. Always goes good with food. Man, that is smelling real good. Now I like to set the potatoes at medium heat. Meanwhile I'm cooking everything else. Going to give it a twirl. Then move them around a little bit. Make sure everything's getting cooked all the way through. These are not going to take too long to cook, again, because we did cut them into small little pieces, so that's going to help out a whole lot. Then we're going to cover them so the heat can intensify just a tad more. Now for this next section, this is optional. You can either cook your hot dog just like that, keep it simple, or you can cut it in half. But what I like to do, I like to cut them into pieces like this. And why I like to cut my hot dog like this, I just like when it gets cooked on both sides. Just gives it a nice savory smoke flavor, a little bit more than when you just cook it on the outside right here. I feel I'm cooking the meat a lot more. So definitely like it this way, and you'll see what I mean once I put it on the pan. Same deal, we're going to get one strip of bacon, this right here. Also I'm going to cut it into pieces. You don't have to do all this. I just like taking this extra step. I feel it just makes the process a little bit nicer. And you are putting all the ingredients together. So that's going to be it for our meats. As you can see, our potatoes cooking nicely. Make sure you're constantly just moving it around. They're almost right there, so I am going to turn the heat down just a little bit so they don't cook too fast. Meanwhile, I'll finish everything else off. Now we're going to get our second pan ready. Going to turn up the heat. Add a little bit of oil. This is going to be mainly just for the hot dogs. That should be good. Going to add our bacon on this side. Just to give it a little bit of extra flavor. Let this heat up a bit. Then we're going to put our hot dogs. We can hear the bacon sizzling just a little bit. So it's time to put in our chopped dogs in here. Just drop that in there. Just keeping an eye on it, making sure it's cooking pretty good. There we go. You see this? This is what I was talking about right here. All you have to do is flip them one time. You're going to need a little bit more. I'll leave it like that. No big deal. But look at that. That right there is going to give it a lot of flavor. That's what we're looking for. Gotta flip them one time. And it's a wrap. This right here is going to give it that smoky flavor. Just going to intensify these dogs a lot more. Same deal over here. Just look at this. Looking very good. These are already done, but going to let them stay here on the heat so they can just crisp up a little bit more. Same thing like our dogs that have been chopped up. That extra time you leave them on the heat, just going to add more flavor when you're getting that extra layer up top. Layers on layers of deliciousness. Now you can see the hot dogs are ready to go, so I'm going to start pulling them off the pan. And like you can see, I do have these with some paper towels just to take a little bit of the grease off. And again, that's all preference, but I definitely like to do a little bit of that. Some might say, hey JP, you're taking some of the flavor away. Which is true, but I still think these dogs are going to have a whole bunch of flavor. Just pat them down. Looking good. Going to turn off the heat for the potatoes. Don't want to overcook them as well. You saw that. Just going to let them simmer down over here. And we're just waiting on our bacon. Bacon's all done as well, so I'm going to start pulling the bacon off. Same concept, we'll put it over here. And we'll pat these down also, just to take a little bit of the grease off. Going to crack our eggs, toss them in there. Crack our eggs, toss them in there. Going to add a little bit of salt. Some pepper, get these eggs right. And a little bit of garlic. Now I am going to break the yolks and going to mix this up. This could be the fastest cook right here. Two eggs, we don't need a whole lot. I did forget to mention what I'm making is going to be for 2 hot dogs. I'll end up using 1 wiener because we do have some bacon, also some eggs. Then we're going to add the potato. So we don't want to have leftovers and just waste some food. This way, we can portion out enough for 2 breakfast dogs. Turn this off. These are ready to go. So we're going to pull them off the pan. Awesome. Now what I did, I cleaned off our pan and going to heat up our buns just a little bit. Toss them right here. Like so. Give them some time and they're going to be ready. That should be about right for my liking. Again, you can toast these to how you prefer. Going to do this. Turn it down just a little bit. And I am going to add a little bit of cheese up top. You can use any cheese you like. If you like cheddar, you like a blend, you can use a blend. Even regular sliced cheese. That looks good. Going to cover it up. That's going to help keep the bun a little bit more soft and moist, and also melt some of the cheese. That looks good for me. So going to take the top off and pull these buns out. One right there and one over here. Now it's going to be time to plate. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get some mayonnaise and put some mayonnaise on the underside. This right here. Put as much as you like. Everyone's a little bit different. For me, that's going to be perfect right here. This amount right there. Get a little bit more for the other one. Just look at that. Now I'm going to start building this hot dog. So first thing is going to be adding some potatoes. Dang, this is looking good. And again, this is a finger food, so make sure you use your hands. You don't have to make it look pretty. Now the one thing I will use a spoon for is going to be for the egg. The egg's a little bit harder to use your fingers, so I did chop it up into small little pieces. So we'll grab the egg like this. Doing it chef style like they do in the shows. They plate with a tool and then use their fingers to make it look a lot more nice and place it where it needs to go. Then for the remaining portion, definitely going to add some of our hot dog. And again, if you were to cut the hot dog or the wiener in half, it'd be a lot easier just to place it on top, or if you didn't cut it at all. But I just definitely love, I make this kind of like a casserole sometimes, and I love when I cook the hot dogs like this, and everybody always says, hey, how come it tastes a little different? Oh, I see why. Because of that right there, that extra flavor, extra char. Now we gotta add our bacon right here. Just look at that. Looking good. Now I know what you're going to say. Hey JP, are you forgetting something? Yes, I am. I'm forgetting the ketchup. Now actually I looked in my fridge and I noticed I did take the ketchup to work last night and I left that at work. But luckily I looked through some cabinets and I found some of these, right? We already know. Went to McDonald's maybe 2 weeks ago. This right here is going to be a lifesaver. Add some ketchup Going to go good with the potatoes and also the hot dog. Gotta do it right. Coming in clutch. And all these toppings, it's all going to be preference. You know what you like to eat in the morning. For me, this right here, it is a fast meal. I can make it real quick. Nothing to it, and it's going to be very filling and delicious. I know a lot of you have a lot of these hanging around. They are lifesavers at times like this one. And there's only one way to finish off this meal. For the morning, definitely going to get some orange juice. This is going to go down real good with these breakfast dogs. Refreshing, nice and cold. And this right here is going to be a close-up. We're going to be eating this morning. There's the breakfast dog, has everything you could want. Some potatoes, some eggs, some hot dogs, a little bit of bacon, and some cheese on a nice and toasted bun. So we are going to give you a sound test, what this sounds like. And like I said, anybody can make this so you can enjoy it as well. Mmm. 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 That right there is hitting real good. Time to wash it down. That was very delicious, very satisfying. Like you saw, there's the breakfast dog. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. We'll be back next time with more. Until then, peace, and everybody have a fantastic day.